and the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used pure soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
Listen up, friends. This is Alex Jones with key information. The mainstream media is now admitting that we're going into a depression. Don't be dependent on the government for you and your family. You need to get your own supply of high-quality storable foods from efoodsdirect.com. They're the best company out there, the longest continually operating, with a ton of great food to choose from. It's all fresh and made on a monthly basis, not some old cruddy food they're selling you like some of the other guys. Try their new evacuation pack, a 2-week supply of delicious, easy-to-fix food. It comes with all the equipment you need to prepare it. With open talk of a strike on Iran in the next 3 months, the crisis in the Gulf, and possible evacuations, get yourself and your family ready today. The place to go is efoodsdirect.com. Go to their website online right now, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or call 800-409-5633. Again, on the web, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or give them a call at 800-409-5633. Alex Jones here with urgent information concerning trendsresearch.com. The Trends Journal distills the voluminous ongoing research of the Trends Research Institute into a concise, readily accessible form. By tracking 300 separately defined domestic and international trends, the Trends Journal establishes the connections that others fail to see or misinterpret. Gerald Salente's Trends Journal allows you to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take protective strategies. Individual readers from every walk of life can put the Trends Journal Trends Forecast and Trends Analysis to practical use. Extra information to keep you well informed throughout the year. When any current event of major social, economic, or political significance occurs, Trends Journal notifies its subscribers of their implications. When you subscribe to the Trends Journal, you'll also receive Trends Alerts. Visit trendsresearch.com today. That's trendsresearch.com. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. This information is too important to wait.
We now take you live
To the Central Texas Command Center.
in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Okay, I want to tell you about a few sponsors, and I'm going to hurry to Scott, Mike, Brian, and JD. That'll be it for calls. So I've got some more news I need to hit in this hour, and I want to get into the decadence cycle. We talk a lot about this, but I want people to realize what it really means. This is 100% in history. So we know history, we can avert it, or at least after the collapse, be positioned to fix society. Because you don't always come out of these cycles. It doesn't always restart. A lot of times you just stay in pure decadence and corruption and despotism. I want to tell you about Diamond Gusset Jeans. They're running a special while supplies last. They're made in America. Motorcycle jeans, regular jeans. They're all made right here in this country. They have a special way they sew them so they last a lot longer. They don't tear out in the crotch like happens with Levi's that are now made in Mexico. And they've got a special running until supplies end where you can get one of 2 T-shirts that are gorgeous, free when you order 2 pairs of jeans and free shipping. That is a giant value. That's got to be like a $35 value because the shirt's $24 and then the shipping normally be about $10, I would guess. So here's one of the shirts you can get free. It's got the Don't Tread on Me snake. It says Diamond Gusset with a motorcycle. Defender, Don't Tread on Me. Get that shirt free, ladies and gentlemen. You can also get free shipping, 888-8-GUSSET, 888-8-GUSSET, or gussetclothing.com, G-U-S-S-E-T, gussetclothing.com, or 888-8-GUSSET. And one other sponsor that I want to tell you about is Inner Health Botanicals, a fantastic company that's been supporting us for years. They've been providing products that give you the perfect solution to keeping your body healthy. Try their Inner Food with 20 organic ingredients full of dense nutrition that gives you the energy and keeps you well. It even won the best superfood from our good friend Mike Adams, the Health Ranger, in 2009. Try their NutriCafe, amazing organic coffee infused with herbal extracts to boost your immune system. Now, that's something you don't see on store shelves every day. Innerfood.com. You can visit them or give them a call right now at 866-762-9238. That's 866-762-9238. To see all of their available discounts to Alex Jones listeners, simply click on the banner at Infowars.com and take a look at all their fine products. Innerfood.com, the best green food out there, bar none. Okay, let's hurry through your calls now. Mike in Texas, who's a farmer, go ahead. I can hear Mike talking in the background. Let's go to Kathy and see if Mike comes back. Kathy in Canada, rancher, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Earlier you mentioned that Oprah Winfrey did a good job bringing up the mad cow issue, and I just want to speak to that and one other issue. Basically, I've been helping a gentleman from the United Kingdom work on mad cow stuff for 7 years, and he passed away in 2006. His name was Mark Purdey, P-U-R-D-E-Y. And if I want anything from your listeners and yourself, is I want you to read the book he wrote before he died. The book is entitled Animal Farm, and farm is spelled P-H-A-R-M. And if you care about the family farm and you care about straightening out this whole fiasco with the scam that is BSE and mad cow disease, I would encourage you to read that book.
Well, ma'am, I didn't mean to cause a big, long... I was talking about Oprah Winfrey saying she set up some weird UN global government church. She supported Obama. She's a globalist. And then I said, but I guess, she meant to do well talking about mad cow and got in some trouble. So that was just a small footnote. I know that there's a lot of debate about what really causes mad cow.
Oh, and whether she meant to do this or not isn't so much the issue, and whether the situation that took place in the UK was an action by government slipping in toxins into a chemical that was used at that time on the cattle. Who knows?
Well, what about Monsanto up in Canada? We've had the farmers on. It's been on the news there where Monsanto comes on your crops and sprays them with Roundup. They trespass, kill your crops to see if one plant is theirs. And
I haven't seen that around here. We're cattle farmers. We don't have a lot of cropland. But what has happened in Alberta, Canada, and if you wanted to ask who is my government, I would say my government is a bunch of people sitting in the legislature that are owned by Monsanto and owned by all these large corporations, because they have been passing legislation in this province at a rate that is unheard of in the last 5 years. And the legislation is being done to control the land, to control the water. And the best example is the Alberta Land Stewardship Act, which passed a couple of years ago. Now I have some excerpts from this act which demonstrate that the government believes that they can take actions that, I'm going to quote here, establishing, supporting, or facilitating funding and cost-sharing initiatives, mechanism, and instruments to support or enhance any one or more of the following. And these are conservation easements, conservation directives, other sorts of programs. And then there's the protection, conservation, enhancement of the environment. Now, under the definitions of this in the Act, the environment includes the air, land, and water, and includes all layers of the atmosphere and all organic and inorganic matter, including living organisms. So this is taking over control. The government has no right to control living organisms, it's crazy. And as far as the layers of the atmosphere go, we've been seeing the chem spraying for about 2-3 years now, where we didn't have it before. Now it's just unbelievable. The weather pattern in Alberta this year has been completely screwed up because the jet stream is off course, and we're normally temperate land to dry land, and we're just soaking.
All right. Good to hear from you, Kathy. Let's see if Mike, Texas farmer, is back. Mike, you there?
Hey, Alex, I'm here. Yep. Hey, Alex, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Monmouth County, New Jersey, but that's where some of the most important battles of the Revolutionary War were fought. Some of the farms and orchards that are on that land, right where the battles were fought to gain our independence from the tyrant George III, those places are what made New Jersey, to be called and be famous as the Garden State.
And they're now annexing the farms to drill city water wells and basically just stealing their property.
Exactly. And when I talk to people out here in Texas about the fact that I'm from New Jersey, and they say, well, where'd you grow up by Newark Airport? That's what people think New Jersey was. And I say, no.
No, they're beautiful farms all over the East Coast.
Yes. And I said, if you want to know what your state is going to look like, if you let these globalists continue to push their agenda, your state is going to look like
Agenda 21's stated program is to deindustrialize and then also not let you farm, to force you into mass cities to control you. It is the stated full spectrum dominance is to make you totally dependent on them. It's stated.
Alex, you talk a lot about predictive programming, movies, what have you. You read Professor Tolkien's books a lot, The Lord of the Rings. What did they take out of those movies, or what did they leave out on purpose? The end of those books, where all the sheriffs and everybody are trying to take control over the Shire and Hobbiton. Professor Tolkien knew that that's what the British government was all about, and that's what was going to happen in society. Back then, when did he write them? In the 20s and the 30s? He knew that that's what society was coming to. When local tyrant control freaks were going to take control over everything. You couldn't grow anything. You couldn't build anything on your own land. You couldn't walk from town to town without your papers. He knew, he saw that that's what this society was turning to.
Well said, Mike. Anything else?
No, thanks, Alex, for doing what you do. I'm a brand new member of Prison Planet TV.
Thank you, sir. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. And we're about to move prisonplanet.tv to even better, bigger servers, and are updating it. Thank you so much for your support. Okay. Really what Mike just said is the beginning of what I was going to say. What we're going through now is a high-tech version of everything our ancestors, whether you're African, Japanese, it doesn't matter. We go through feudalism. Corrupt elites build castles, hire strong men, and then show up at your little town and say, you're going to give me your women, you're going to give me your young men to be my soldiers, and you're going to give me part of your food. Once they've got you to accept that, in every case, they then expand. Well, now you're not allowed to grow food. Only my cousin is. So the food prices go up. Now you've got to be my slave in my local factory. And so humans do the same thing, kind of like an oyster grows an oyster shell, or a plant grows a certain way and turns towards the sun. They call it a tropism. It's ingrained. And so what happens is, here's the big secret about society. Good people just want to be married, have a good wife or husband, wonderful children. Once your belly's full, once you've got your little piece of land out in the sun, you just want to be safe. You just want to be left alone. And so governments will stage terror attacks. Governments will stage crises in the name of keeping you safe, in the name of taking care of you. And bad people who always want more power, who always want more control, who like to do sneaky things, who like to be backstabbing and manipulative, they always get into control. And then they start recruiting their buddies in. And then more ruthless people beneath them stab them in the back to get into power. And then more ruthless people beneath them stab them in the back to get into power. And then it's like a centrifugal purification system, like a race, a survival of the most evil, where there's always an acceleration into corruption. Now, those corrupt people are always there in society. And there's only been a few cases in history where a true system, an enlightened system, where the good people understand these truths, create a system of government to guard against big government, to guard against corruption. But you have to be informed. You have to be virtuous. You have to have an understanding. You have to guard the jewel of liberty as if it's the most precious thing in the world, as Thomas Jefferson said. You've got to be armed. An armed person is a free person. A slave is always disarmed. A prisoner in a prison is disarmed. It's so elementary. And it's a law that tyrants and corrupt groups always want more, and always try to take over. But they told the American people after World War II, we're the good guys. We can do no wrong. We can, do whatever we want. The government's going to grow. It's for your own good. And they've gotten over half the population in some form or fashion dependent on them.